Ever replay a conversation in your head over and over and over? Ever think about something for hours and hours on end? Ever assume the worst in a situation? Overthinking can be very, very exhausting. Today, we're talking about overthinking to heal the mind. I'm in the public gardens in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Come with me and enjoy this conversation. What does overthinking look like? You could say overthinking things in your mind, constantly going over the same thought for hours on end. I like to call them mental tapes, where they just go through your mind non-stop. Another thing is thinking, did I say the wrong thing? Always analyzing your behavior and analyzing your day and wondering, did I say the wrong thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I this? Did I that? That's a form of overthinking, and it's very, very exhausting for the mind to be constantly overthinking. Another thing is when you're overthinking, you may have, like racing thoughts that just never stop. They're continually going nonstop, and you're always usually ruminating on the same thought, the same pattern, and you can't get over it, and you're just continually going over the same thing. It can be very, very exhausting, and for sure you have trouble relaxing. I mean, when your mind is chaotic and running 1,000 miles per hour, you can't relax. It's very difficult to relax. So that's a bit about what overthinking is. So the question is, why do we overthink? Anxiety causes a lot of overthinking. The fear of the future, trying to have control, trying to plan out your future and plan everything and have everything perfect. It just doesn't happen that way. If we're anxious, we're in our own head and we're not actually in the present moment. So anxiety causes a lot of it. Fear of judgment. We talked about this on the other vlog. Fear of judgment causes racing thoughts and overthinking, because we're overthinking, am I wearing the right thing? Am I saying the right thing? Is this person judging me? That's a big cause of it. Fear of mistakes. If you are a perfectionist and think you're never going to make a mistake, I mean, the fear of that can easily cause overthinking. Wanting control of situations. This is one I kind of fall victim to, is simply just wanting control of a situation, and that'll create a lot of thinking. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Simply in life, a lot of times we don't actually have control in situations, and we have to be okay with that. You got to be okay with that. Another thing that can cause it would be past experiences. If you've had bad past experiences and don't want to relive them, then you're going to overthink your way into, how am I going to not have this happen again, instead of just living life and letting yourself flow through the river of life. We've talked about what it is, but here's the grand thing. What's going to actually help? We got to get out of our own head, and you get asked the question, how do I get out of my own head? Do something like I'm doing. Go for a walk, join a club, socialize, get some fresh air, change your environment, connect with someone. Like I said, connecting with someone. I'm connecting with you right now, even though I am not right here in the moment, but I know eventually I'll connect with you. Connecting with people is vitally important for helping with overthinking. So that's one thing that will help. What you want to do too, you want to question your thoughts. Is this true? Is what I'm thinking actually true? Do I need to overthink this over and over? Is this actually true? Is this actually happening? Is this actually going to play out? And 99% of the time, it's not true. It's not going to play out. Am I assuming the worst? Assuming the worst will create overthinking. Am I assuming the worst in the situation? You're going to find out that you probably are assuming the worst, when really there's not a lot that's going to happen to you. Will this matter next week? That's a big one. Is this going to matter at this time in a week's time? Probably not. Some other things that can help: distract the brain, and that can be really healthy. I used to be against that for a while. I was like, distract the brain, that doesn't sound like a good thing to do. But you don't distract it forever. But when it gets really bad, play some music. If you don't play music, go for some exercise, enjoy your hobbies, whatever you do. That'll get you out of your mind and away from it for sure, 100%. Number two, another thing is perfection. Like perfection, get away from that. That causes so much overthinking. I mean, everyone fails. No one is perfect. You got to understand that. Everyone fails, and failing isn't actually failing. Failing is learning. Failing is moving. Failing is going forward. Failure is learning, and you've got to realize that and quit being a perfectionist. People think about you less than you think. You're not the center of attention for people. People are in their own heads, people are in their own world, and people have their own lives. We're gonna wrap it up here today, but I'm gonna wrap it up with a question. What's one thing you've been overthinking lately? What is one thing that you have been overthinking? And I challenge you to think about it and be conscious of it once today. That's all I ask. Sometimes, guys, healing the mind can be getting out of our own heads so that we're not overthinking. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next vlog.